Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? You understand what I'm saying? So it just depends on what level you own based on, whether you're human or whether you're immortal.
At ease. I am sold. Most virtuous women, and I put that in air quotes, didn't read the small print. I'm going to say it again, brothers. Most virtuous women didn't read the small print. What do you mean, soul? What I mean is there are a lot of women that are roaming this planet, right? That are going under the title of being a woman of virtue. But I'm starting to understand that maybe these women didn't dive any deeper than just the title of that section of the doctrine, right? You know, it's kind of like when brothers say, hey, you know what, now I'm a man of purpose, right? When really he's just a brother with a solid idea, right? Really, he's just an idea of a way to escape, right? But really, he's not a man of purpose unless he's moving toward it. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of women are using this woman of virtue title without really stepping into it, without really understanding what that means. See, a lot of women say they're virtuous women just because, you know, they're not at Bella Noche's twerking in the back corner, right? A lot of women say that they're virtuous women because they're not messing around and sleeping with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, right? They're not sleeping with the Creflos and Cletuses of the world. So they just automatically assume that, hey, you know what? I fall up under the title of a virtuous woman. Like where is my man? Right? But if we read the doctrine, man, if we go to Proverbs, the first thing it says up under virtuous woman is this. It says, who can find a woman of virtue? For her price is far above rubies. That right there let us know, brothers. That right there lets us know that this rare type woman that we seek is pretty much a needle in the haystack. It's pretty much a needle in the haystack, man. So when we hear all these women that are on the gram and putting the hashtag virtuous woman, all this stuff under their captions, you know, that are putting wearing the Proverbs 31 t-shirt. You know, we all know that it's pretty much smoke and mirror. It really don't even make sense to have a company that produces a shirt that says Proverbs 31 woman if she's that rare. It's almost like a company going into business, starting a t-shirt company that says, you know, trillionaire. Knowing that, hey, there's only a handful of people that can fit in this category. Like, why would we start a whole business, guys? So I'm just saying that a lot of these women that are going under this title, they really aren't women of virtue, guys. They really haven't read the small print. You know what I'm saying? Today's drink, brother, is, I think I got a little celery, a little parsley, lemon, lime, a few other green items. Then I got just like a little chef base of pomegranate juice in that thing, right? But let's get into this, man. And I'm just going to go through a few line items, man. Of course, I'm not going to go through the whole Proverbs. But, you know, when I first started out reading this thing, Proverbs 31, verse 15, you know, verse 11 is the first one that stands out of my head, right? It says, the heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall not have no need to spoil. Brothers, that right there is going to eliminate the far majority of women on this planet, right? How many women do you know that are looking for a man or that already have a man that are like, you know what? Like if my man can't give me, you know, the finer things of life, if he can't put me in the Benz, if he can't put me in the, you know, if he can't have me in the Coach and the red bottoms and the Louis V, most women that think like this, brother, most women that if a man is not giving that to her or giving this world his blood, sweat, and tears to give it to her, brother, she's going to be in full hypergamy mode. In other words, she's going to be like, I love my husband. I love my man. But if I can see Joe Blow and Joe Blow got the bag and Joe Blow is talking about buying me the Birkins, Joe Blow is finna get my attention. Brother, we know without a doubt, this is the far majority of women. Get on the gram, get on the book. This is what women are talking about. Even women that are single, that don't even have a man, are saying this is the standard for the man that's coming in my life, man. So this woman can't be a woman of virtue. I'm gonna tell you, man, when it talks about a woman of virtue, brothers, this woman is the kind of woman that can be in your life. And man, I'm telling you, and y'all know, she really needs that. If you can provide this woman shelter, clothes on her back, and food, all this woman wants to do is be in your company and experience life with you. This right here is going to eliminate at least 95% of the people on the entire globe, man. You know what I'm saying? A woman that just wants the bare minimum just to be in your energy, right? And this is the woman that a man needs to spoil. If a man gets this woman, this is the woman that you want to buy things for. A woman is like, you know what? I don't need that stuff. Like all this Coach and, Louis, whatever this stuff is, like that stuff doesn't excite me. These are the women that you need to look for, brother. These are the true virtuous women. I'm telling you, man, there are very few women that move like that. And this is the thing. I'm not saying that women that have to move like that. And in other words, I'm not saying that women that have to have a man that's showering them with all these gifts is bad. I'm just saying she's not virtuous. It clearly says the heart of her husband does he safely trust in her so that he has no need to spoil her. A lot of men are positioned right now. They feel like if they aren't getting the woman, the certain car, the certain house, the certain whatever, that she's going to dip. And brothers, I'm telling you, man, that is the worst position to be in as a man, man. That's not a woman of virtue. I don't care if she's not in these streets cheating, man. I don't care if she's not, at Coco Pelle's, twerking in the back corner for nickels and dimes. She's not a woman of virtue. If you feel like you have to break the bag to keep this woman, brother, the scripture that we all refer to when it comes to the virtuous woman, she's not that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women didn't read the small print. That's all I'm saying. 15 says this. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. I'm going to tell you this right here, brothers. A lot of women in today's world don't understand that to be a virtuous woman, you really have to be a manager. Like if a man is the CEO, the owner of a relationship, he's making sure everything's covered. A woman's job is to manage a household, man. A lot of women don't get that. I remember, man, when I used to work at Key Energy, man, I was a district manager in East Texas, right? And sometimes I would get to the yard, man, like drivers would start coming in around 6 o'clock. I might get there around 5:45 and just kind of sit in the back corner, man, sit in my office, drink a little coffee, looking out the window, just in case, just to make sure everything was good. Make sure all the trucks were good. Make sure all the drivers had what they needed. We got logbooks. We got this. Like I'm managing that whole thing, right? I was the first one there and the last one to leave. A lot of women don't have that mentality, man. A lot of women want to be catered to so much that they fail to realize that, hey, you know what? Being a virtuous woman means I have to manage this household. I have to get up before everybody gets up, man, and make sure everybody is good. I have to make sure. I remember this, bro. I can remember my mom, man. My mom worked full time. She owned companies, owned all these things. She was a hard worker, bro. But I can remember, like, when my dad worked like late shift, midnight shift, 3 o'clock in the morning shifts, man, I would hear my mom getting up early in the morning, and I would hear her I would hear her in the refrigerator, packing his lunchbox, making him some coffee. And then when he went to work, she went and got back into bed. I can remember my mom up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, typing my father's sermons while he was getting rest to get up and work and go to preach. She was making sure everything was good, man. I'm telling you, that's how virtuous women move. I can remember my grandmother, man, staying at my grandmother's house, and they didn't have a whole lot, but I can remember my grandmother was the first one up in the morning. She was making coffee. She was making breakfast. So when everybody got up, man, everything was in place. She had everybody's chores lined out. She was managing the whole operation. And I'm telling you, brother, the far majority of women, they want the bubble baths. They want the fine dinners. They want the nice things in life, but they don't want to put that work in to receive that. You know what I'm saying? I think a woman should be spoiled when it comes to, like if she puts in that work, if she makes your life easier, brother, a woman should be that. You should reciprocate that energy, man, and spoil her, the massages, the whole, all that stuff, brother. But a woman has to earn that. And most women of today's society, they think that's a given. They think that just because they're female, this is how a brother is supposed to come. They don't understand they have to put that work in, man. A lot of them are confused, brothers. A lot of them are confused. Let's go to the next one. The next one is 23, one stood out. It said, her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land, man. And when I read that one, I really just think about the way a woman represents a man, right? Like, I always think about, like, for example, my brother SD Booker. Y'all know SD Booker. He's been on the show on the God Talk once or twice. He's the ambassador of the Power Circle, one of the ambassadors of the Power Circle. And I can remember when me and SD first started chopping up, man, and connecting. And then I remember when I saw him and his wife interacting on a video. I got a completely different view of brother SD. My respect level went from like 10 to like over 10 because I saw like the way his woman moved. She moved with so much respect. She moved with so much reverence for this brother. And I was like, oh, okay, this is how this brother really moves. So I'm telling you, man, your woman is representing you, like it says, at the gates or in this world, man. The same thing when I'm partner Lane. Y'all heard me talk about my best friend Lane, man. Been doing this brother my entire life. I can remember the first time I met his wife, man. I can remember even recently, my brother had a birthday party, and just kind of watching his wife, man. She was like entertaining the guests. She was managing the kids in the corner. She was making sure everybody had good seats, and man, she was just low key on a real low level, real subtly, just kind of managing the whole operation, right? And I was like, man, like my boy Kid got a solid one, man. She's representing him, man. I'm telling you, a lot of these women that are going under the title of virtuous, and I'm telling you, man, like a lot of them, they can be on the gram and posting good pictures of them and their man, but at the same time, man, they're in the next brother's DM. Next thing you know, man, they're at the club doing stuff that's making her man look bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, representation, man. A virtuous woman represents you in a very strong manner, right? I can remember last summer. I think it was last summer when brother Bricks. I know y'all follow Bricks Fitness, man. But my brother Bricks was like, "Hey, man, I'm in the D. Like I'm in Dallas, man. I'm like, pull up, bro. Like mi casa su casa." And I remember I was out taking care of some business, man. Securing the bag. And I remember I called my girl. I was like, "Hey," I said, "Bricks is in town. He's with his team. Like." And she was just like, say less. Like I got this situation, man. And I remember I was trying to get home before he got here. And I probably got here about 15 minutes before he came in. And I remember coming in the house. And man, the whole kitchen table just had a spread, man, of meats and cheeses and fruits and hors d'oeuvres. And it's just like a grand setup, man. There was some 18 to 20 ounce steaks, getting cooked for everybody. And I was like, dang it, yo. So I'm trying to hurry up, man. I get in the shower. I'm getting cleaned up, and the brother pulled up while I was getting cleaned up. I come out the shower, man. She's giving them the grand tour. She's showing them the rooms they can stay in. She's showing them the movie room and make yourself at home. Brother, that was representing me. That put me in a position. I'm going to say this. She had every man here, man, feeling like royalty, man. So you don't think when brothers leave this type scenario and they speak about soul, they're like, you know what? Soul is well represented. Soul is a good man because of the environment I stepped into. I'm telling you, brothers, the woman on your shoulder says a lot about you, does a lot about representing you. And I'm telling you, like when I meet a brother, if he's with his girl, yeah, I'm chopping up with that brother, but I'm watching her demeanor because that's telling me about the side about him that he doesn't want me to know, how she's moving. If she's low-key thotty, if she's low-key kind of wild, they're saying, okay, brother, I see how you really vibrate. So, brother, that's a heavy one to me, man. I'm going to read that one again. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She represents you, brother. And the last one I'm going to cover, man, is it says she openeth her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. Now, I'm going to tell you this, brother. If the woman on your team is not in position to give you some sort of guidance, but she's really not a woman. She's really not moving like a woman of virtue. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that your woman needs to be able to quote the Bible or quote Outwitting the Devil or quote whatever knowledgeable books you read from. That might not even be her thing, but your woman needs to be in position where she's looking out for you. So, in my opinion, when they talk about guidance, like if she's a woman of virtue and you're a man moving throughout this world seeking knowledge and seeking certain opportunities, like if she sees you moving in a certain way, like she needs to be watching your six. Like if Bay is looking at, he's trying to learn more about cryptocurrency. Like I need to be looking up this stuff up and sending him articles, sending him YouTube videos on how this stuff works. If Bay is in the building websites, if he's into getting into fitness, like I need to be watching his six. I need to be giving him as much guidance as possible. At minimum, man, she needs to be able to give you just general life guidance. In the Power Circle the other day, man, we were talking about Killer Mike's wife, you know, how she moves with him, man. And he was like, man, like I was getting ready to make some financial decision. I think buying some cars or buying something. And he said, my wife was like, man, won't you put this in some real estate? Or if you did this right here, you could do, you know. And he said, man, I did, you know, she gave me some guidance and I moved and it just took my money through the roof, man. Like if your woman isn't moving like that, man, if she's moving from a mindset of, you know, like, okay, like I want my decisions. I want all the guidance I give him to be based on me. Like I, you know, if she's trying to win, if she's trying to get the new item, if she's trying to be validated and look good for this world, brother, she's not going to be giving you the right guidance, man. You know, all I'm saying is this, brothers. All I'm saying is this. You know, be careful with these women that carry the title of being virtuous, or even the women that on the outside appear to be virtuous. Yeah, she might have a dress down to her ankles, man. She might have a turtleneck on year round. She might not be showing the backside. And I'll be honest, that's a hard thing to do. For a woman to have a nice backside in 2022 and not feel the need to put these little spandex pants on every single day and show that says a lot about a woman. But I'm telling you, a lot of these women haven't read the small print, man. Being a virtuous woman, it's more than just not sleeping around town. It's more than just not twerking in the back room of some club, right? There's a lot more to it, man. And like I always say, you know, like being virtuous, it's more about a woman being mission oriented. I'm telling you, a virtuous woman is more about saying, you know what, I have a man that's tied to his purpose. He's moving. Like I have to conduct myself. I have to move a certain way, man, to make sure he's successful. I'm telling you, brother, it's a real thing, man. I'm eager to know, man, what y'all think. What y'all have any other things about Proverbs 31 things that stick out? Any other verses? Let me know, man.